Hey, what's up guys, Duct here, and today we're back on Skyblock, and well, we're actually at a part of our new island here. We're not completely done obviously, but we've been building this a little bit on stream. I built this mountain so far. I didn't build a waterfall, don't blame me for that one. Um, but yeah, we've been doing the mountain. Obviously it's not just going to end up being stone, we're going to add cobblestone and stuff. But for now, it's just stone because I didn't really feel like building it with cobblestone right from the beginning, as that was just going to be a little bit excessive anyways. And yeah, we got some clouds going, and then Zach's working on like the grass and stuff. But yeah, I think this island's going to turn out really nice actually. I'm definitely ready to keep working on it. Obviously, it's not like nearly done, but we'll get it done here soon. Probably in the next week or so. Obviously, with the update, which we'll be talking about today, it's kind of been put on hold, but you know, I still do like what we have got done so far primarily, and I think in the end it's going to be a very nice valley we're going to have here. Anyways, to get to what we actually want to talk about today, and that is the update. So on Tuesday, everyone was expecting an update, but one did not actually happen. And this was because they weren't ready. And simply to put it in Simon's words, no Hypixel Skyblock update today. It needs more testing, and to be honest, there's just too many people online. Still aiming for this week to keep the weekly update hype train alive though. We'll give you an estimated time by end of today after our rounds of testing and reviews. Now, he did actually go back on giving an ETA, which I understand because he has a good reason why he is not going to give an ETA, and that is, he's not going to give an ETA for this update, still aiming for this week, but things could change. The guys are working non-stop, and the internal deadline is having a negative effect on the quality of the update, so a public one would be worse, we'll release when ready. So basically he's saying if they did give an ETA, it would just be adding another deadline that they'd have to meet and making them feel like they have to release before it's ready. And obviously releasing something so big like this before it's ready is just not a good idea. It's not, okay? You would much rather release when it's all ready than release earlier and have a bunch of problems, dupe glitches, and any other problems that could possibly happen as well. Now, at the same time, Simon also mentioned two new skills that are going to be added to basically the skill tree. So they're going to be adding rune crafting and herbalism. Now, we don't know what these exactly are going to do. Rune crafting, we believe, is going to have something to do with the wizard tower at spawn. And then herbalism, honestly, we think it's, well, obviously going to have something to do with farming in some manner, but we really don't know. And honestly, rune crafting, we think, might be like some way that you need to like craft stuff that's going to give, like, basically craft runes that are going to possibly really give you stat boosts or something that you have to unlock somehow in the new update. Obviously, we don't really know what it's going to be, but from what that is saying, it definitely sounds like something that's going to be pretty cool. Now, guys, I did want to give a little bit of credence to some of the more speculative things that may be happening. Now, all the stuff I talked about before this point is stuff we know for certain. So the new skills, we do know they're being added 100%. Another thing we know that's going to be added almost certainly is monetization efforts. Hypixel needs more methods to make money so that they can actually pay for all these servers in advance, because essentially Skyblock is making them buy a bunch of servers, right? Because Skyblock is so popular. The problem is, to buy these servers, Hypixel has to say they're going to keep the servers for a certain amount of time, which means they have to basically expect a certain amount of income for that amount of time. So they need to somehow create the amount of income that's causing the differential over the current amount that they're paying for servers, because the amount of increased people from Skyblock versus before Skyblock. So there's going to be some sort of monetization efforts. Some people claim that it's going to be pets. Other people say there's going to be ranks added. Well, like basically, other people claim there's going to be the ability to gift people ranks and other stuff like that, and like furniture and all of that, as the monetization efforts seem, you know, pretty decent. The main thing is, though, none of them are going to be pay to win, because Hypixel's very clear they're not trying to do that, and also, even if they were trying to do that, it simply isn't allowed in the EULA with Mojang, so they couldn't do it even if they wanted to, but obviously they've come out and said they don't want to do that anyways. Another likelihood for this update is the possibility of the end. Now, the end is basically going to be the next dimension in Skyblock. Now, obviously, we don't really know that much about it, except that it's coming soon, and that it was supposedly supposed to come last week, actually. Not even this week, it was supposed to come last week. The thing that happened, though, is the build wasn't actually done being built last week. So the presumption is possibly that the build team did finish it in that last week, and that the end could be coming this week. The other proposal is that the end might be coming next week, so really we don't know if that's going to be this week, next week, but presumably it would be one or the other. So the end definitely could be coming, and if the end's coming, that means we're going to be getting the Ender Dragon boss, possibly like an Endstone mine with maybe some other sort of type of mine. An example I've been giving in my streams is Redstone Lamp mine, possibly, like just to get like the Redstone Lamp collection. Obviously it's not something you normally mine, but it would be the ability to unlock a collection that you normally wouldn't be able to get, and basically just add more things to the game besides just vanilla stuff that you would normally mine. But obviously, I don't think they're actually going to be adding Redstone Lamp collection, but just saying that's something that they could technically do. Another major proposal that people are saying is possible is that they might be fully releasing Skyblock. Now, obviously this wouldn't mean they're done with like updates on Skyblock, but this would mean that it's being moved to its own lobby system, and basically created as a permanent part of the server, or at least a mostly permanent part of the server. Now, whether this is true or not, it's kind of in the I don't know range at the moment. So what's happened is Skyblock has been moved out of the prototype lobby in the forums. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that it's 100% released like in this next update, but it does mean that they're going to be releasing Skyblock sometime soon. If they're releasing in this next update, that kind of explains why, well, that could definitely explain the reasoning behind the difficulties with this update. Because if they're trying to fully release it, that definitely adds a lot more pressure and problems that could occur, and yeah, it's just, that could be a major problem. But honestly, it could be anything like that's causing problems, like dupe glitches, or just like releasing the end, or releasing these skills. Like room crafting could be extremely intensive. I don't know. I'm like, honestly, I don't know for sure, guys. The reason people think they might be adding rank gifting is because Simon actually mentioned it on Twitter. He said, thinking of adding a feature where you can gift ranks to other players in game, kind of like Twitch sub-gifting. It would alert people in lobbies and such that X person gave X amount of ranks and upgrades. Would that be interesting? Try to find wholesome ways to monetize. So this definitely seems like something that definitely might be being added. I definitely agree that it's definitely something that could be added that would give, you know, players in lobbies that maybe don't have a rank, maybe don't have the money to buy a rank, and, you know, like someone that just wants to help support Hypixel, they can go ahead and buy people like in such lobby like 5 ranks, like 5 VIP ranks, and just, you know, do that like you would on Twitch where you do sub gifts. How some people have like hundreds of sub gifts, well, maybe some people would have hundreds of VIP gifts or whatever, and that would be really cool. Actually, I think that would definitely be a really cool idea to add to the server. Actually, an update, I was scrolling more through Simon's Twitter, and actually he's put out a tweet a couple days ago, like 2 days ago, saying that they're actually working on adding the ability to gift players ranks. So it actually seems like this is something that's going to be added to the game, and it definitely seems like I'm definitely going to be happy for when that's added. It's going to be really good for, you know, people that can't afford ranks, because they're going to actually be possibly able to get ranks for free now. And lastly, definitely not least, we have the perfect armor rumors. So these aren't exactly entirely rumors. So for example, Jaya Varman, an admin on the server, came into my stream, and I was discussing with him, well, we were discussing perfect armor basically in the stream, and he gave us a couple little hints that I'd like to share with y'all. So first of all, he confirmed that it is going to at least contain diamonds, which, you know, was relatively obvious, but he also confirmed that it's most likely also going to contain another item as well, or other items as well besides just diamonds. Now, these other items seem like they're probably going to have something to do with the end. Honestly, I believe that probably it's going to have something either to do with the Ender Dragon boss, or maybe some other mob in the end. You're going to have to get that as well to get perfect armor, rather than just diamonds. It's not confirmed or anything, but it seems extremely likely that's not just going to be diamonds for perfect armor. Obviously, he didn't say how many diamonds it's going to take. He was like wondering what people thought it would cost to make, and how good people thought it would be, and it was pretty interesting talking with him in chat. Obviously, he didn't give us like that much information, besides just that it's going to cost diamonds, at least some, and that it will probably take something besides just diamonds to craft. But, you know, it was information that I was pretty interested in, and it also confirms that maybe perfect armor might be coming soon. There's no like guarantee, but I believe Perfect Armor is probably going to be released at the same time as the end. So if the end is released in this next update, then it's probably going to be happening. Anyways, I hope it did really help you out. If you did, consider liking the video. It helps me out a lot. And also, if you're new here, consider subscribing for more content here on my channel. Anyways, I'll see y'all later. Peace, guys.